Getting older.
Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 mistakes added and made in Clash Royale. So let's get into it right now, and yeah. So number 10. Supercell made it so if you watch a clanmate in a battle, like a live battle, then you could see the opponent's bar. So as you can see, I'm watching Justin right now. You can see his bar and the opponent's bar, which makes it really annoying for the opponent to deal with. As you can see, if I actually know Justin in real life, I can actually just tell him his opponent's elixir bar and he would have a way bigger advantage. Number 9. So a long time ago, when they first added tournament in 2016 July, they made it so the old tournament, which you can make them like 10,000 cards, could guarantee you legendary, which meant a lot more people could get legendaries at the time. And yeah, so it wasn't the best, but luckily Supercell decided to change it and made it so the highest now is around 2,000 cards only. Number 8. Number 8 is pretty interesting because it's basically saying adding the Electro Wizard into the game. Adding Electro Wizard into the game was a mistake because this highly used card actually is used way more than its brother, the Ice Wizard. And even though the Ice Wizard wasn't used that much, it still dropped the rates. It still was useless and basically was never used. So that made the E-Wiz more abusing to the Ice Wizard. Number 7. A long time ago, the Knight's appearance looked very different, and in my opinion, as well as many others, it looked cooler when a long time ago. Now you can see a Mr. President stripe around his waist and stuff. But back in the day, you could see he had shoulder pads, which made him look more interesting and cool. So the appearance of the knight was much cooler back then. Number 6. A long time ago, this is referenced back in the day, battles cost gold, and in my opinion, that wasn't good because it limited people to battling very little and made it so that if they battled, then they could barely upgrade cards or buy epics from the shop. Number 5. Buffing the Elite Barb so much, even though this card was rarely used when it just released, Supercell buffed it too much and then it basically broke the game in a weird way. Number 4. A long time ago, maybe in May 2016, Supercell decided to buff the Royal Giant a lot because it was rarely used, although I feel like it shouldn't have been buffed that much because now it's basically a broken card that even I use. Number 3. Adding the Expo to the game. Even though this was one of the main cards added to the game before anything was released, any other new cards were released, it basically was too OP back in the day, and before its radius was so long that you could put a Tesla in front to protect it from any other enemy troops, which made this a hard counter. Number 2. Adding the Elite Barbs in the game. This has no explanation needed, as it is a very, very, very annoying card. But it does have a few counters, including the Bowler, Tombstone, Ice Golem Tombstone mix, etc. So this wasn't the best move by Supercell, but it made the game more interesting. Number 1, last and definitely the least, adding the Royal Giant in the game. It was even worse than buffing it, because if it wasn't added into the game, then it would never be buffed. Supercell probably thought it was the wrong mistake, but nothing that's been done could ever be replaced. And so they kept it in the game. So hope you enjoy the top 10 mistakes Supercell made in Clash Royale. And be sure to watch the next video. Now I'll just finish this replay and end the video. Bye!